Hey folks, so today we're gonna harvest something for the food pantry because a couple of months ago I had a video called Food Pantry Diaries Episode 1, and in that video I sowed carrots, beets, and turnips. All three beds had problems because it was a little early for sowing, we had cold, whatever. Anyhow, I re-sowed the carrots. You can see they turned out pretty well. They still need to go a little bit before harvest. The beets didn't do as well, but I did transplant more in here, and the ones that are going, and over the next month or so, we're probably gonna have pretty solid beets. But today, we've got radishes in the front here, and turnips in the back, and we're gonna harvest some of the ones that look pretty good. Now, the radishes, I might have let some of them go too long, so those I might keep for myself, only because I don't wanna send anything to the pantry that's kind of odd. If you've ever grown a spring radish and you let it get too big, before it bolts, what it'll do in the root, when you cut it open, it'll almost look like it sort of exploded inside. It'll have pockets in there where the flesh, I guess, sort of gave way over time to age, not quite sure. Still totally edible, but people who pick it up from the pantry might not quite know what to do with it or think it's okay to eat. I know it is, so I might keep the largest ones for myself, and the smaller ones that I know would probably have a more intact core, we'll send those off. Now, what I'm also gonna do on the turnip greens is some of the larger leaves that might have a little bit of pest damage, I'm gonna go ahead and harvest those leaves off the plant for myself, because I eat during the season when things are growing about 1 pound of greens every morning with my breakfast. And that's just an easy way for me to make sure that they don't go to waste. So yeah, enough yammering for now. Let's go ahead and see what some of these radishes look like. Now, the only thing that I'm not really sure of how to do an efficient job of is sort of cleaning and pack out, like washing things and how to pack them up. But I don't know, we'll figure that out as we go along. So we're looking at the front section of the bed of the radishes. I think all the radishes can probably come out today, and I'll have to just sort these between those that are gonna stay home with me and those that are gonna go to the pantry. Let's take a look at what we got. I think that's a pretty good radish. I don't necessarily know if it's fully solid inside, but I really don't wanna, so we got a little bit of a crack down there. I still think that this is good to go. We'll go ahead and wash this one up and send it on its way. But yeah, let's just go ahead and pull all these and see what we're looking at. I'm gonna need to call an audible on the turnips because I've seen that fridge. It's a side-by-side that's not that big, and the turnip greens are actually rather high volume, so I may just keep the greens for myself or detach them and put them in a separate bag, but I just don't know what they have in the fridge today, so it may be too crowded in there for. I'll have to play that one by ear, but they might just be getting turnip roots. So yeah, I think it went well. We've got 6 turnips, a good handful of radishes. They're in the fridge down at the library right now, which manages the food pantry. And the green situation, this fridge is a little small for greens, so that's gonna be a little tricky, but I can go ahead and use them myself. And on a go forward, I'll probably do regular harvest of that turnip patch as they sort of swell up to better size over the next couple of weeks. And if all I can do is kind of get, half a dozen at a time, the library is 5 minutes down the street. So, and I read a lot, so I can always go to swap a book out. But I think the fruiting crops are gonna be a little more manageable for me to load up and send over. They require a lot less washing and packing. The carrots are gonna be a little tricky from that standpoint, but I'm excited for that because I love harvesting carrots, and I might request the library or the friends of the library who manages the food pantry to maybe push out a social media post, letting people know that there's gonna be a delivery, an influx of carrots. And then I'll just be kind of holding myself accountable to making sure I can execute on that. So yeah, if you like what you saw, please feel free to give the video a like and chat below. I'm happy to talk more about this. And if you have any suggestions on washing and packing out, kind of low cost, no cost suggestions, please let me know, because I wouldn't mind upgrading my game there to something that's a little bit more efficient and effective. So in the meantime, thanks for watching. Take care. I'll see you in the next one.